Oh my god, guys. What's up? Legend BTV here, back at it again to continue more dance electronic reviews in September 2017. And we're kicking off again with Awake by Illenium. Awake is the sophomore album from American DJ Illenium. This guy's been making it pretty big in the scene, especially lately, having that collab with Griffin and Dea, who's a rising young pop star that they didn't pick up much momentum or anything. I felt like it was probably too high quality, or just either too high quality, or just that neither of the producers were that big in names. And Dea, who cares about Dea? But no, I'm kidding. But honestly, I was really excited for this record. Once again, Illenium is a really talented producer, in my opinion. His last album, Ashes, had some really beautiful songs, especially that first one. I don't think I remember what it's called, but it definitely was amazing. So I was definitely looking forward to this record. Illenium is definitely, yeah, like I said, talented. I just repeated myself. What are you gonna do? But yeah, but how'd this record turn out, though? Well, it's pretty much the norm for Illenium. It's really colorful, really beautiful sounding. Sounds very genuine, full of emotion. Uh, it doesn't really sound too much different than Ashes, but yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about that. Let's get into the record, though, and how it sounds. It sounds pretty much like another future bass producer that but that really shows his talent. I mean, it's not like generic mainstream stuff that I feel like Martin Garrix is turning into. Although that Pizza single was decent, but this sounds actually really good. And let's get into some of my favorite tracks on the record. Fractures featuring Neve or something, whatever, is a really cool song. I love that whistle. It's really earwormy and infectious. I just want to sing it every time it comes on. That's one of the moments right there that I really like about this record. Like, moments where it's actually something different, and the drop, like something that makes it stand out more from the rest of the drops on this record, which is pretty much just like a big bunch of bass with a lot of melody in there too. And it's kind of like a big box that just a big box that just slams down, and there's like all kinds of melody inside that box, basically. Like, you think of this really cardboard box, a box, okay? And there's all kinds of melody inside, and Illenium plays that box, basically. Now, one thing I will say is, like, I wish the drops had a little bit more, what should I say? A little bit more maybe variety in terms of like tones or instruments or something. I do love the fact that there's a lot of electric guitars on this record. A lot of songs. Feel Good is an example. Some other songs too. Honestly, yeah, there's not anything wrong with the record, really. A little more variety would have been nice. Like, towards the beginning of the record, I hear a couple of tracks that I really think sound incredibly similar to Feel Good, and just kind of feel a little bit like carbon copies. And I mean, the atmosphere is still so good that I could forgive it. I mean, it's not really going to bring the record down that much, but I feel like, I don't know, there's something about this album that really, that I didn't want to feel like, but listening through it, I couldn't help but notice. The lack of variety in the drops really kind of throws me off a little bit. A lot of the vocals on this project are awesome. Songs like Crawling Out of Love, Leaving, and Let You Go all have incredible vocals. That intro track, though, is really atmospheric. It feels like you're being taken into Illenium's adventure, and like just the incredibly creative mind that is Illenium. Okay, so pretty much how do I feel about this record? It is very good. Maybe even great if I listen to it like a few more times. I've already listened to this record 3 or 4 times, and during those 3 and 4 times, I'm like, yes, this is definitely a very solid project. One that has a lot of potential. I can see a lot of people loving this. I don't feel like I'm completely sold on it yet. I mean, definitely a little more variety in the drops would have been nice. Um, I definitely still like this, if not kind of love this. I think it's a pretty like good to great project, great at its best, pretty good at its worst. Uh, I just feel like if Illenium maybe works on those drops a little bit, they're far from bad. Trust me, there's nothing bad about this record at all. It's just the future bass production on the drops. It kind of just sounds been there, done that, really. Um, if I'm being honest, that's just me being brutally honest. The drops, they do sound nice. I do kind of like the chill, laid back feel of the drops with the electric guitar. Like, those are positives I'll say about them. But really, something a little bit more in that department would have been nice. Otherwise, though, it's getting a light 8 out of 10 for me. Definitely a recommendation. Illenium is a talented producer. He is great. And definitely check out that debut, because that album's awesome. Ashes is a great freaking album. I'm not sure how Awake feels compared to that album. I need to go back and really re-listen to Ashes, but Awake is definitely a solid project. And if you got some extra money, I wouldn't mind supporting Illenium with this album, because he's a growing producer and he really needs that support. So thank you all for watching my review. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, thumbs up, comment down below your thoughts of this record, and hey, happy New Music Friday tomorrow. Late.